Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here for this beautiful reading, which is going to be divine guidance in 3 areas of your life: self, love, and career. It's just as simple as that. I've shuffled the oracle cards as well as your tarot cards. We have got 3 oracle cards and 3 tarot cards, one each for each area of your life. I was very called to do this reading. There's a particular card from an oracle deck, that just kept showing up, that this is what I needed to do for you, and that says divine guidance. So I haven't included that deck in this, but yes, this is what the reading is going to be. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the piles. We have 3. Pile number 1 is this smiley here, which talks about the self. Though everything has got everything, I've just put it like that. Pile number 2 is this smiley here, which can be about your career. And this is pile number 3. And this looks a blushy one about love. Alright? So for those of you who are naturally intuitive, you may head to the timestamps. I'll see you at your pile. And for those of you whom that quick meditation to center yourself helps, beautiful seekers, let us begin. Sit with your spine erect, palms open, facing upward. When you're ready, close your eyes. When you're ready, gently take in a deep breath. Hold. Focus between your eyebrows. Center yourself. Connect with your inner guidance. That calm, all-knowing voice. Knowing that it will never lead you astray. When you're ready, gently breathe out. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. And whichever pile you are drawn to, that is your pile. And now I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1, for those of you who are drawn to this one, maybe out of the 3 messages, the one which you need to follow most of all is the one in regards to self. Let me stick this here. Alright? You may have been fun-loving, maybe you still are, but I feel that maybe you don't show that side of yourself anymore. Or whatever. I mean, people used to love being in your presence, and they still do. But you don't seem to recognize that side of yours. Maybe a lot has happened, you've become a little serious, and though humor is very natural to you, I feel that spark deep within may not be as strong as it once used to be. So maybe that's where you're getting divine guidance. I don't know. Let's see. So let me lay out the cards and we'll begin. You get the King of Cups. This is your divine guidance for yourself. This is for love. You get the Devil. And this is for your career. You get the 3 of Cups in reverse. Clarifying these cards, for yourself, you get Flower. Be honest with yourself. The number 17 or 8 could be significant. For your love, you get this beautiful card here, which says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Okay. Let me put this in like that. Yeah, that's better. And for your career, you get two cards, one light and one shade, okay? This is the light attributes of the visionary and the shadow attributes of the guide. All right, beautiful, beautiful pile number 1. This is your divinely guidance from the universe, what you need to know at this time. As far as yourself is concerned, first and foremost, what you need to know is that your emotional quotient is really high. You just know. You know intuitively, your intuition is strong. It's possible that your empathy also stems up from the fact that in your childhood, you may have been brought up in an environment that didn't feel very safe to you, where you had to walk on eggshells, so you read the room very easily. Now, this is something you'll hear a lot of tarot readers say, and you may feel it's cliche, but this is very true. This is something, a cliche happens because a whole lot of people have seen it. It actually really happens, which is why it becomes a thing. You may be tired of hearing it, but there is truth in this. And maybe not all of you, but I feel a lot of you have been suppressing who you really are under a tough exterior. You may be, the warmth of your heart, the generosity of your heart would show. But the thing is, it shows to the outside world. You do not extend the same to yourself at all times. And it's not something that you don't know. With this card here, Spirit is being a little tough, saying that you know all the answers. Be honest with yourself. With the number 17 and 8, maybe for a lot of you, you've gone through, Sade Sati, Saturn influence recently, and right now we're going through Saturn retrograde. So a lot of themes from your past will come up, and you're being told this time, be honest with yourself, because you know exactly what you're running away from. You know exactly what you're not expressing. You've been trying to keep the peace for a very long time, but it's time for you to speak. This is Spirit talking to you, giving you the courage, giving you this divine guidance, saying that you need to say what you're feeling. You cannot expect people to understand. Some people don't understand it, or some people, even though they understand, they may not act upon it because you haven't said it in so many words. And you're being told to compose yourself and give a response, but always give that response. Do not stop yourself from expressing what you feel and expressing what is important to you just because you're trying to keep the peace. You don't have to go, fly off the handle and scream at someone, but you don't have to suppress it inside. Stop looking for popularity under the garb of keeping the peace. Stop looking for acceptance under the garb of keeping the peace. No, the real people who love you, who are meant to be in your life, are people who will see your light and shade, who will accept you for who you are, and for them, what matters to you will matter to them. If it doesn't matter, if it's too much, then they don't need to be in your life, and you shouldn't be putting an effort to keeping them in. If this resonates with you, you need to do this, no matter how uncomfortable you feel. Compose yourself, be calm. You can practice 4-7-8 breathing that calms yourself. It reduces your cortisol. I am actively practicing this, and it really, really, really helps. Okay, so you can try this, but give your response. Do not keep everything in. It will affect your physical health along with your mental and emotional well-being. You know this, and this is the time. Saturn retrograde. The same themes will come up again. This time, do not fool yourself. Divine guidance in the area of love. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Again, Saturn retrograde as I'm posting this reading. And even when you see it if you're seeing it much later, years later maybe, and it's not Saturn retrograde, it's not any retrograde, still, if there is a theme from your past, you are very drawn to this person, even though the nature of your relationship may be toxic. Devil energy is obsession. Devil energy is codependency. Devil energy is staying there, even though you know it's bad, because the known devil is better than the unknown. So you are being told, you know the answer deep down inside. And you've got to work on the fact, why do you keep going to this person when you know there's no happiness here? And that is why I feel right from the first card, when it says work on yourself, there are patterns in your childhood which have not been safe. Maybe the way your parents dealt with each other wasn't the best way, but you've seen it being normalized, and for you that seems normal. So you may be going back to an abusive relationship because that feels normal. But you need to work on yourself. You deserve so much of happiness, so much of love. You've got such big hearts, and your time to change has come. You know it deep down inside. So stop fooling yourself. Whether it's when you choose the right, you don't even have to have someone in your life. You are good enough. Once you work upon yourself, everything will fall into place. Coming to your career, your divine guidance here is 3 of Cups in reverse. And along with that, you get the visionary, the light attributes of the visionary, which says capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. And you look at this, you have a seer here looking into a crystal ball. And you have the shadow attributes of the guide, which says places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. Even this is spiritual. Just look at that. Both of this is spiritual. Now, all right. Oh, this is a beautiful one. For a lot of you who've chosen your path, this pile, and I'm not surprised seeing the King of Cups here, you are empaths. You are highly intuitive. You're very connected. Your divine guidance for your career, for a lot of you, you may be into, whether you're actively practicing it or not, you have a lot of spiritual gifts. For some of you, you may be practicing tarot. You may actually be giving readings for others. For some of you, you may be doing it for yourself. You've got this huge vision, with your selfless heart, your selfless nature, to help a lot of people with whatever it is that you're doing. Oh my Lord, okay. But you feel you can't go the distance alone. With the 3 of Cups in reverse, your guidance is that you can go the distance alone. I feel that you may be the ones who are working in the background to help someone else put the work forward. You take no credit for it because you just want to help people. And you're being told it's time to go alone. There are a lot of readings in which they say that you must collaborate. In your reading, you must go the distance alone. And you've got to get used to it. It starts with working on yourself. Once you work on yourself and you're comfortable in who you are, you've done the healing, you've seen your patterns, you do not go into the same relationship just to keep something which is not serving you. You start working on your connection with the universe, on your spiritual gifts, and without worrying about, if I go alone, what if I don't make money? You are giving away such precious information because of your big heart, and possibly collaborating with someone wherein the balance is not the same, because you are so underconfident in who you are. I'm not calling you out. These are messages from the divine, and believe me, we've all gone through this. You are being told, don't worry about what you're going to receive when you're alone, what's going to happen to you if there's no financial backing. You go the distance alone. You break free from whatever this partnership is, or if you've not started because you're looking for someone, stop that search. Step number 1, work on yourself. Let it take as much time. Work on yourself slowly and steadily every single day while practicing your, honing your skills. Meditation will give you answers. Ground your energy. Walk bare feet on the ground. Your bottom 3 chakras you need to heal. I feel you will have no problem. Bottom 3 chakras and your throat chakra. You heal this, and I don't feel anything else you have to do, because everything will work. But your basic, and this is true for every single one of us here, the bottom 3 chakras are the one which keep us stuck in a loop over and over again. You've just got to work on grounding yourself so that you feel secure, so that you can do away with your lack mindset, so that you can do away with your insecurities about not being able to do things alone. You've got to work on your sacral chakra so that you don't feel shame and guilt for standing up for yourself, for doing things differently, for expressing what you feel inside, no matter what it is, your creativity, your sexuality, whatever it is, without shame and guilt. And the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra, in which you are able to shine nice and bright without dimming your light for anyone, without the need for external validation, without someone clapping for you, but just being your authentic self. And then your throat chakra, which I said because I feel your heart is in the right place, but your boundaries are not. So you got to work on your boundaries, and you got to work on expressing yourself. What you feel, you have to speak. No keeping it inside. Initially, when you start off, you might come across as the Knight of Swords. You'll be so rude, and that's okay. You will come back to be who you are. The King of Cups will respond at the right time, but the King of Cups also suppresses, but you will find the way to actually open up and say what you feel. But you have to first work on the self. When you do that, everything will work. So how do you heal those 3 chakras? In fact, all your chakras. First and foremost, there are meditative healing music, which is available on Meditative Mind, which is a free channel on YouTube. You can listen to that when you're doing your work or when you're sleeping, anytime. Just turn it on and let it play in the background. You ground your energy, walk bare feet on the ground. Eat a lot of fruits and vegetables which have red, orange and yellow colors, blue colors as well for your throat. Sing when you can. Speak, write, speak in front of the mirror so that your throat is unblocked. Sit in the sun, feel the glow of the sun, the shine on you. This will help your solar plexus. Also, water bodies, working with water, meditation, swimming, these things will also help your sacral chakra. So these are little practices you can just incorporate in your life. Don't do everything all at once and get overwhelmed, but little practices as and when you can do it, while saying the affirmations that you are good enough, you are worthy as you are complete in who you are, you are whole, you do not need anybody else. Keep repeating this to yourself. Find that real you that's hiding inside, hoping someone else will liberate you. No, you are good enough. You've been made complete, you've been made whole. You had to live through whatever you had to gain experience so that you could help others. With your experience, now you will take this vision that you have and actually put it out there, and you will go the distance alone. You will find that you will get your whole lot of people who are going to just flock towards you for your guidance. But this is the guidance from the universe. If it resonates, don't ignore this message. Sending you a big hug, beautiful pile number ones, and a lot of love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 2, those of you who've chosen this smiley over here, maybe, just maybe, the guidance you're looking for is as far as your career is concerned, but I'm going to give you all anyway. All right, so first is the area of self, then love, and then career. In the area of self, you get the cozy witch, okay? In the area of love, you get the Empress, wow. And in the area of career, you get the Princess of Pentacles. Okay. Clarifying these with your oracle cards, you get feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. I love this for you. This is the card you get for love, and it says, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And for your career, you get one card light and one card shadow attributes. You get the light attributes of the trickster and the shadow attributes of the prostitute. All right. Don't get put off by what's written there. When I read it, things will start making sense. All right, beautiful, beautiful pile number 2. I love your energy, all right? I think for a lot of you, you've put in the work. You've done a lot of work on yourself. Or if you're young and just beginning with life, then you are generally very sorted. All right, there may be a few tweaks you need here and there, but you are very sorted and very impressive, I must say. Your divine guidance is the cozy witch. Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. And here you have the number 29, 11 or 2 could be significant, and it says feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. All right, and you're being told there is going to be a new beginning. You've been waiting for this, and you know what, you've done the work on yourself. For a lot of you, I feel you may be overachievers, you know. Maybe when you were children, you were told you've got to achieve something to be worthy, and you've got the drive. For a lot of you, you may be firstborns. You naturally have this drive, you know. You want to win everything that you set out to do. You want to achieve, you want to go. And when you achieve something, this is very North Node, Rahu energy. You achieve something, before you can give yourself a pat on your back, you go looking for the next thing. You're being told to slow down a bit. There is a new beginning coming, but first, what is over, celebrate whatever that last cycle was, what you've learned from it. Take a moment, reflect upon it. What have you learned? What did you do really well, where you stood out? Give yourself a pat on the back. Things that you could have done better. Think about it, reflect upon it, and then celebrate yourself. You know, if you've got someone with you, if you've got your partner, or you've got a friend, or you've got your pet, whatever, celebrate. Or you just go out on your own, celebrate yourself, buy something for yourself that you like to eat, indulge in something that you usually don't eat, you know, buy yourself some good clothes, whatever makes you happy, do it. When you've celebrated yourself and closed out that cycle, and you know, taken time to just savor that moment, then you're ready for the new beginning. Then you can align for what's coming, and there is something coming up. But when you don't give yourself a proper ending or celebrate yourself, it almost borders on ingratitude, on not grounding the energy of whatever you've achieved. So this is very important. All right, you are very connected with spirit. Usually for the Fool card, you see a dog. You have a cat here. You're very connected, your spirit guides, and maybe you have cats, you like cats, or maybe you see cats whenever you're going to do something, you know. And that usually when people see a black cat crossing the road, they say, oh, that's a bad omen. But you, whenever you see cats, things go great for you. And this could be an added confirmation for you. All right? You are very intuitive. 29 adds to 11 to a 2. Moon. Maybe you're very connected to the moon as well. So your divine guidance as regards yourself is stop running so fast to the next thing without celebrating what's over with, without giving yourself that period of reflection to ground your energy. When you do that, you will achieve a lot more. You will be able to help people a lot more. You will be able to go to greater heights and actually learn from those experiences, not just rush through life. Pause. For you, the important lesson is pause. As far as your love life is concerned, believe me, pile number 2, we need to learn from you. You are this empress, irrespective of your gender. You've done the work on yourself. I feel, I don't know why, every time I'm saying this reading, because just looking at your cards, I feel that for a lot of you, the majority of you, you've lived enough years, you may be in your 30s or more. But there are a few of you in this who are very young, but you're very sorted. All right, kudos to you. Seriously, where do you get it from? But you are in this Empress energy, irrespective of your gender. You are in such a beautiful place. You're comfortable in who you are. You're comfortable with your physical body, with the abundance that you have. You're so intuitive. You have this great connect that I already told you. You're very connected. You have a lot of love to give. You accept people for who they are because you accept yourself completely, fully. You have a lot of gratitude and you know your boundaries. You don't let people take advantage of you. And this transformation has happened very early for those of you who are really young. And for the others of you, this transformation could be recent. But you have made a perfect transformation. You have actually worked through your fears, and your healing journey doesn't finish ever. As long as you're there, it carries on. But you are in a very healthy place, and for a lot of you, it could be after a love situation that's gone bad, that didn't work out. You've released it and then worked on yourself. Because look at this card, which says acceptance is the key to inner peace, and you have achieved it, or you're almost getting there. At times we must accept things as they are, and I think you are, why did I say you both? Oh my Lord, why did I say that? So I have a feeling whoever this person is after the split, who's actually triggered your growth, you're working on yourself, this person may also be doing the same thing. And Spirit is saying this is so beautiful that you have accepted things as they are, which is why you've come into this Empress energy, irrespective of your gender. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And I feel for a lot of you, you're there or you're getting there. Maybe one odd time you slip back into your old ways, but you just know that it just had to be this way, and you've just let it. You've just accepted it for what it is. You're not thinking about future scenarios. Maybe before you came to this energy, you would have had so many thoughts in your head. You may have had this obsessive streak, gotten over all of that, and you've come into this beautiful energy. And your divine guidance is stand your ground, be this amazing person that you are, and the universe applauds you for where you have reached. Beautiful. Kudos to you, pile number 2. And as I said, in area of self, it's great. As far as love is concerned, you're doing a great job. And I told you when I saw that, maybe you're here for your career, and that's what I think you are here for. Because for a person who's got the Fool here, which is a major arcana, and who's got Empress here, which is also a major arcana, you get the Princess of Pentacles, which is very young energy, which is the energy of a novice, which is an energy of a person who's starting their career for the first time. And in your case, I feel, just looking at the other 2 cards, it's not that you're starting your career recently, but your confidence in what you are offering is very less. And this is the only area that you need to work on, which is why you were drawn to this card in the first place. You get the light attributes of the trickster, which says transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. And the shadow attribute is places material consideration and security above self-empowerment. Wow. You know, I was telling you early when I was talking about this is North Node energy, Rahu energy, that's very, very strong in you. And it's, while you are overachievers, you want to keep moving to the next thing, somewhere there is this feeling of dissatisfaction with no matter what you achieve. And this is especially in your area of your career. So maybe your North Node may be in your 10th house. You on to the next, that's what I feel. And this is basically in the area of your career, and you feel, you've got these great ideas, but the good part is you're able to put an effort, because you've got pentacles here. You are able to ground this energy as far as your career is concerned, in the sense that it's not just in your head, you're able to act upon it, and and this is why I feel this is very strong North Node, Rahu energies, because Aquarius energy, transcending conventions, stuffiness or predictable behavior. You are the ultimate in thinking out of the box. You are a major contributor in ideas. You would do great in a think tank. You have such brilliant ideas, but this theme is there, but in a different fashion and in a much more limited sense for pile number 1. But in your case, it's huge. I feel the pile number 2, the only area where you need to work on is number 1, your relationship with money, with abundance, tangible abundance. Which is why you are grounding it, but you're still the princess. While here you're the empress, here it's Fool energy, major arcana. This is that on to the next, and that's in your area of career. And I feel maybe your relationship with money was shaped by your parents, your ancestors. Maybe there wasn't enough growing up, or you've just heard people talking about it. Save money, save for a rainy day. Don't be too greedy to want more. So you have the brains, you have the ideas, you think out of the box, but you shortchange your ideas for something mediocre when it comes to your work, just so that you won't lose out. It's like you having an idea which can make you $1 million, but you play it safe, and then you feel uncomfortable about it. And so you may be switching job after job, but you are meant to work on that great idea that you have, which is not conventional. Do not do what others are doing. That's not meant for you. And when you start out, do not worry about how much you will get in return. Just work on your idea. You are so abundant. You have such a beautiful mind, but it's a restless mind. So you need to work on your North Node. You need to work on your Rahu. And the one thing you can do to actually keep your Rahu in check is, 1, try and sleep on time. If you're males watching this, if you have a beard, try and get rid of your beard if you can, or keep it trimmed and short. Also make sure that your bathrooms are very clean, and do not take your gadgets into the bathroom. So no listening to music, no listening to podcasts while you're on the pot, no taking your phone inside to play a game, no gadgets in the bathroom. Keep your bathroom, your washroom, your toilets very clean, and sleep on time. This will actually do wonders for your restless energy. If you can meditate, nothing like it. All right? You're doing really well in your life, but this restlessness which doesn't let you stick to a job, this comes from this Rahu energy. You have a vision. You are meant to do something big, work on your root chakra as well. All right, grounding your energy, your lack mindset, poverty consciousness. This is something, that's the only thing you need to work on. Everything else is in place. All right, if this resonates with you, this is all that you've got to do. It's not too much, you know. If you look at the first pile, there's so much of work to be done. For most of us, there's so much of work to be done, but in your case, you're very sorted. Whatever age group you are in does not matter. Whatever gender you are does not matter. But work on this. It's actually going to help you a whole lot. I love your reading. You've done so much of good work. It's just a little tweaking, as I said, and you are going to be set. I love this energy, pile number 2. Wishing you all the very best. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 3. Those of you who've chosen this beautiful smiley, welcome to your reading. Maybe you're here to seek the divine guidance only in the area of love, but I'm going to give you all 3 anyway. So let's see. You seem to be very happy. You may be very romantic by nature. May I have a sip of water before we continue? I should have done that on the break after pile 2, but I haven't. Not that it's been a very big break. Thank you. So first is self, then is love, and then is career, and then oracle cards to further explain it. You get, wow, good luck charm. This is the wheel of fortune, an area of self. For love, you get the star. Wow, love this. And for your career, you get the 5 of cups. Ooh, okay. If you were drawn to one other pile, maybe you should go and look at it. I'm not telling you which pile, and let me see when I lay out all the cards. For your area of self, you also get 3. Let them go. Okay. For love, you get this beautiful card here, and it says, only time will tell. All right. And for 5 of cups here, you get 1 light and 1 shadow attribute. You get damsel for your light attribute and shadow attribute of the mystic. All right, pile number 3. Let's get on with it. Your divine guidance, the area of self, is if nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. And then you get let them go. 18 or 9 could be significant. What does this remind you of? Doesn't this remind you of the 9 of Wands? You are holding on to something which is over. This could be anything. This could be a friendship. This could be a relationship. This could be someone who's not going to come back, who's passed on. This could be a career that's failed wherein you put in a lot of energy. This could be anything. You've put in a lot of effort here and it's gone. For some of you, it could be family. And it may have been years since this has happened, because I'm getting this number 9 it's you're closing out the cycle. And you know the beautiful part is this is 9 and this is 10. This is a major arcana. This is the wheel of fortune, and your divine guidance is you have done with the mourning. You have done all that you could do. It's time for you to close out the cycle, because after 9 comes 10, when the cycle is complete and your life begins to change. And this says good luck charm. The wheel is turning in your favor. The universe is just waiting for you to close the cycle. Let it finally go. Know that whatever happened taught you something. Be grateful for it. Give thanks to it. Forgive yourself for not understanding things, for whatever happened, for all the things that you said or didn't say. Forgive those people, whatever the situation is, forgive them for it worked out in the way that it did when it could have been better. Give them a lot of love, give yourself a lot of love, whatever the situation is, and let it go. You are at the brink of letting it go. You're just holding on to it out of habit, because you don't know what the void is going to bring. But I am reassuring you there's beautiful things waiting to happen. The wheel is turning in your favor. All this is going to make way for something beautiful, but you have to let this go. This is your divine guidance. If you're watching this, do not ignore this. All right? Coming to your love life, you get Star. This is beautiful. Again, like another pile, I'm not going to tell you which one. You get 2 major arcana, and in these 2 spots, you get the Star, and only time will tell. If your heart is beating for someone, for some of you, it could be the same person here, all right? Unless you let them go, work on yourself, let the wheel turn in your favor, align with what you do best, your work, your body, your life, your friends, your everything, travel, do everything which makes you happy apart from this person. Then only time will tell whether this person's going to come. You've got to become the star first. You know, like you've got to finish this for the wheel to turn in your favor. And if you want to know whether this person's going to come back or the person on your mind, if it's a new person, will you end up with this person? Whatever your question is as far as love is concerned, you need to come into this energy. The star is being your most authentic self, ready to show the real, the world, the real you. If not the world, at least this person, the real you. For that, you need to know who you are. So till you come into this energy, whether the person on your mind will come to you, that only time will tell. But it is in your hands. It's completely in your hands. All right? So there, the ball is in your court, both for your area of self as well as your love. Now it comes to your career. That's why that big smile there, because you know you got this. It's in your hands, pile number 3. You get the 5 of Cups, which is a card of sorrow, of dejection, of feeling really bad. All right? And this is in your area of your career, and this is your divine guidance. You get the light attributes of the damsel, which says, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. And the shadow attributes of the mystic, delusional rapport with the divine. Okay. You know the best part, pile number 3? To begin with, I said one other pile will resonate with you, but no. Yours is unique. It's not like any of the other piles because it's very stuck on a relationship. Whatever that relationship might be. For a few of you, it's romantic. Maybe for a lot of you, it's romantic, but it's a relationship that means a lot to you. Basically, you are invested emotionally in this. All right? Whatever this may be. And it's seeped into every area of your life. You are being told your divine guidance is your way out of this sorrow as far as your career is concerned. Maybe you feel that nothing is working out. It will work out when you actually make whatever this has happened, use that experience to help people around you. With this mystic card here, I feel maybe you're drawn to mysticism, but you're drawn to mysticism as a crutch, not as something that you really, really enjoy doing. And I feel for a lot of you, irrespective of your gender, if you're drawn to psychology, if you're drawn to writing, if you're drawn to art, in which you can actually use your experience to express yourself, that will help people a lot more than mysticism if this is not your calling. If this is your calling, by all means, but maybe you're not being your authentic self here. Maybe you are following the gifts that you don't really fully understand as of now. If this resonates with you, it's your reading. If it's not, don't let it take from you. Pile number 3, there's just one thing you need to do. You need to let go. You've done the work, you've been in this energy for a very long time. Beautiful things are waiting to happen. And when those things happen, this will also heal itself. But you're holding on. And so depending on the action you take here as far as yourself is concerned, about healing is concerned, about letting go is concerned, that will decide everything else in your life. So once you let go, the wheel turns in your favor. You start working on yourself. You become this confident person. You use your experience in your work. If you are an artist, you express it through your artwork. And people who understand art will actually get moved by what you're trying to tell them. If you're a writer, bring that pain into your books, what you write. There is I keep forgetting, Renata Suzuki, if I'm not mistaken. See, my memory is quite bad. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen. You'll see it right now. It's such a beautiful book that she's written. Turning her pain into something else where people can relate to. You can do something like that. If you are a student of psychology or drawn to psychology, you can learn from that and use your experiences to help people in different ways. You are an empath. You can help people by just counseling. And if you are actually into esoteric sciences or esoteric practices, you can use it to help people. Just don't do what doesn't feel natural to you, is the message from the divine. Little work and your life will change. It's not been easy. I know it's not been easy. I'm sending you a big, big hug, pile number 3. But you've got this. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.